Hi, and welcome to Ham Radio Passion. I'm Øystein LB8IJ, and I was watching the European Ham Radio show, and they were drawing amongst the viewers a gift of an unfed half-wave antenna from radiostuff.com, and I was the lucky winner. So today we're gonna build that antenna, and I think it looks like a really nice portable antenna, and we're just gonna open up the box and unpack this and put it together. I'm just gonna have the camera rolling and yeah, try to put it together as best as I can, and without a stop, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, let's just dive into the box. I did tear it open here earlier, but I haven't had unpacked all the stuff yet. So yeah, we got a card from radiostuff.com, UK manufactured radio amateur and SWL products. Chris Suddle, yeah, he was the guest on the European Ham Radio show when this was drawn out as a gift. I was the lucky winner. Okay, let's see what more. We have some wrapping, nothing special in there. And there's a bag. And yeah, let's see. Just get rid of the wrapping here. Okay. And here looks like we have a long wire on a PCB. Which also serves as a winder. That's really nice. And a Velcro strap. Let's open up, and I guess we're gonna have to unwind all of this wire to be able to put together this antenna. So let's do that first. I just take it down on the floor here. It's quite long wire. I think it was supposed to be about 20 meters long. 20 meter long. So it should work on 40 meters, 40 to 10 maybe. Don't know if we can work all the bands, probably not. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I have to do that some other day. Today is just gonna be me putting this together. We're almost there. Okay. Last. And it's loose. The cable is loose, and we have our PCB ready for the mounting. Okay, how do we do this? Let's open the other bags. There's build instructions online, but I think let's just wing it and see what we can do. Okay, we have a BNC connector here. And we have to, the BNC is marked nicely here on the board, BNC. Okay, let's find some screws that fits. Looks like we have, what's this? What's happening here? Okay. It's gotta be these smaller screws here. And we have 4 small nuts as well. No washer for these screws. That's okay. And we let's just tighten that down. Where are my? Let's see. Just attach it first by hand, and then we tighten it up with some tools. afterwards if I can find my tools. There are some missing here. I did have some the wrench in my car. Maybe I have to use some other tools. We'll get it done. Okay. I think this is a nice antenna to have in my POTA bag. I like to bring an extra antenna on all my activation. If something is wrong with my primary antenna, I like to have some laying in the gear, and this might be it for the future. I have another end-fed half-wave antenna that is about 12 meters long with a trap on 10 meters, so it's also working 40 meter, 20 meter, and 10 meter, and some of the bands in between. But yeah, so this is a bit longer wire, but it's without the trap, so it should work the same bands, but and it might maybe easier to put up if we're going to throw the wire up in a tree and like inverted V. We could use this antenna instead. Let's find some tools. Does this fit? Yeah. Just use some pliers for now to tighten the screws down. So the first antenna I was using on my POTA activations was actually the end-fed half-wave antenna with the trap on 10 meter, and yeah, it's nice. I like end-fed half-wave antennas. They're often multi-band, and yeah, they're great. So what more should we do here? So we have our capacitor is going here, and then we need the ground is part of the BNC is a trace I see weakly here. You don't see it on camera. It's going to the capacitor and then to this point. So that's our grounding point. And then we have a point here, the capacitor, and a point here. So this is our center pin. We have to have a short piece of copper wire from that point into the BNC, and then the coil will attach at this point. And also, yeah, the coil will go with ground here, center pin here, and then the radiating element here. There's a trace going over here, and we're going to have a nut here. And I guess this is the one to connect our radiating element. So let's attach that with a washer and a screw, a nut, washer and nut. Do I have that hex key? No, that was well, the camera is running and I'm not gonna run for my tools, so I'm just gonna use 2 pliers now. To tighten the nut and the screw. Yes, and then we have the wing nut going on top. We could attach our radiating element there, and let's do the same with the ground side here. We have for our counterpoise. If we want to use a counterpoise, we could attach here with a washer and a nut, tighten it down, and then a wing nut. Yeah. Nice. And these are yeah, let's attach that one to, we have to make a counterpoise. I don't think there was enough wire to make a counterpoise, but I don't know, maybe we'll just use the coax cable as a counterpoise when using this. Let's just attach this so we don't lose. We now know where they go. What more do we have? We have to wind the transformer, and we have to do some soldering. Let's wind the transformer first. And oh, that was soft copper wire. Yeah. So we're gonna make a 49-to-1. That means we're gonna have a primary of 2 windings, and then a total of 14 windings. And we're gonna make the primary of we're gonna fold the enameled copper wire, so we can get that double on the primary. And I like to know how long copper wire I need, so I just gonna wind one round, then stretch it out again. And I have a measuring tape here, sorry you can't see, and it was about 4 centimeters. So 4 centimeters per winding about. And if we calculate, so we should it should require about half a meter, a little more, about 60 centimeters. But I think we will just use the whole thing while we wind this time, and we'll see where we end up. But 4 centimeters, and the primary is two rounds. So and we need some extra to do the soldering. So I'm thinking 4 times 2, and let's add some more. So maybe we fold, we take 15 centimeters. Let's measure out 15 centimeters. And we fold that. Actually, let's just take a bit more than 15 as well. Yeah, let's do 20. So we have some extra. I don't know how long of a stretch we need on the board to connect it. And now we're gonna twist. I don't have any good pliers to do it. I just do it by hand. Try to get something close to even the windings, but it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, those. If you would like, you may use a clamp or pliers to do this job a bit nicer, but then we're gonna leave a bit in the end so we can attach. This is gonna be to the center pin, and this other end is going to be ground, and then the long one is going to be for the radiating element. And let's start our windings. We count every time we pass through the toroid. So we have 1, that's 2. Now we have to do the long stretch here. Let's fold that up. It was so we can thread it through. Don't need the whole long. Okay, so we start to wind in this direction now. I started first on the center pin, winded back with the ground end. Now we're winding this way. We're gonna wind 7, so we have 7 total before we're gonna cross over. So 3, 4. This is the 5th. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was really nice wire to wind with. It was sometimes you really need to use some force to get it to wrap it around, but this was really nice and soft and easy to wind. That's good. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and mind you, I count every time it goes through the ring, and then on the 8th now I'm gonna cross over to the other side, then wind some more there. This let us end up on the end of the coil we want to be when we attach it. So that was 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It doesn't need to be perfect. We just we're about there. And, This is the FT14043, I think. And this kit also comes with another toroid. I don't know the size of that. Sorry, I said toroid. It's ferrite core. And but this one, if I remember correctly, he said it would handle 100 watts SSB and 25 watts of CW or Digi mode. But I guess it depends on. It's a lot of different opinions on that online, how much they will handle. But yeah, about there. That's about what I use for portable operations. So it's nice. Yeah, let's count once more that we're right. We have 1 and 2 for the primary, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's make sure that's right. Okay, we can cut now. You need to be, let's just cut a little extra. So we're gonna attach this one. Yeah. So we need to get enameled off the wire so we can do some soldering. There's many opinions on how to do that. My technique. I think I found these ones to have quite a sharp edge to them. So when I just squeeze down and rub them against enameled wire, it just seems to strip off the enameled wire. So that's my choice of tool to clear these wires. But first I want to know how long should the wire be. Let's do the radiating element first. If I cut it about here, it should be good. Then strip away the let's use this one, was maybe sharper. Some may use sandpaper or just heat, or yeah, I find this working. Maybe there are some residual that goes up in smoke when I apply heat later, but I get most of it off this way. Yeah, that's good. Good to go there. Yeah. And then we have to measure the next one here. We have some, let's cut a little extra here. There. Strip that one back. Okay, and then the latest and greatest. The latest and greatest ground connector. How long should that be? Yeah, let's do it there. And the ground is two separate, so let's unwind them and do them separately and take them back together before we solder. There's a bit different color on the wire and the insulation, so you may be a bit hard to see if you got it all the way. But I think that's good. Let's take the other one. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let's place it on the board and get ready to solder it up. I think maybe should I just strap it down? There's some zip ties here and some holes in the PCB so we could tighten it up. Let's do that before we solder. So there's several holes. I take the closest ones to the toroid on the outside, and there's two holes in the middle, so you're gonna use both of those. Now let's tighten it up. Yeah, nice. The other one. Here. Yep. Let's use a side cutter to cut off the excess. That flew away. Okay. Are we ready for some soldering now? Actually, I need to prepare one more thingy here. We need a copper wire going from this point on the board to the center of the BNC. And I don't bother to strip the enameled copper wire, so let's take some. So let's see if I have something else. Yeah, does this work? Oh, it was a bit too... Okay, oh, never mind. Let's strip the enameled copper wire. This was the one. This was the one. I think we're stripped enough. How long should it be? That should be fine. Let's strip the other side. You don't want to scrape with something that eats too hard down into the copper here, so you ruin the center, the leading material. But this I found just takes, it's just enough to take the enameled insulation. Yeah, that seems to be good enough. Wow, well, we have some soldering to do. Let's do the capacitor as well. Should be about there. Okay, where did my, yep, it's there. Okay, let's turn the soldering iron on. I have a, let's see here, a suction hose to suck the fumes away. Yep. And some, let's see. Some solder. Just clean the tip a bit here. Okay. Are we all looking good here? Yeah. It's looking good. Let's heat up, and the way you solder, you apply heat to the two surfaces at once. You want to heat up the lead and the PCB, and then put your solder on the opposite side, not directly on the soldering iron, and you get a nice nice soldering here with yeah. Let's do it that for all the other places. Apply heat and apply solder on the other side. Maybe I don't get too good of a contact here. Yeah, okay, now we're going. Make sure you do this in an open environment if you don't have anything to suck away the fumes. Apply heat, apply solder, remove heat. That's the way. And then we can cut away the excess here on the capacitor feet later. Okay, and we need the BNC connection here. Oh. I didn't get close enough here because of the mic. A bit hard to do with a microphone in my face. But I think we're doing good here. Okay, maybe a bit too much solder, but yeah, that's gonna work. I may have made it a bit too long. I think I'm gonna shorten this down and so we could make it smaller. Let's strip it again here. Okay. And this one we have to solder from the opposite side. Let's put it through the hole. And before we flip it over, we're gonna cut the excess legs on the capacitor. Don't cut too far down in the solder. Don't be too aggressive on this. I have some excess also here on the transformer. But you don't want to cut down in the solder. So yeah, be careful. Oh, I see we have maybe a bit of... I want to heat up a little more on the ground connection to our transformer. You see there's some of the enameled insulation left there. So let's just heat it up and apply a bit more solder, I think. Then we're good. Cook away that insulation. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, and it's a good connection on the other side here as well. Yeah, so now let's do the last soldering on this side of the board. Starting to get short, this solder. Don't burn my fingers. But there we are, I think. We're good. Yeah, and that's it for the transformer build here. Now I only have to attach the antenna wire. Let's do that. Okay, 20 meters in one big mess. It was a bit hard to find the end, but here we are. So, let's strip the wire. Like that, and twist a bit. I think I may want to solder this, but let's try with pressure first. It's a bit thin, the wire going into the connection here. Let's squeeze it down first at least, then we may want to solder afterwards. Oh, what happened there? That didn't get to the right place. Okay, let's squeeze down. I think I want to solder this because it's so thin in this connection that I'm afraid it will slip out on my maybe not the first POTA, but certainly the one I really need this antenna. It would just slip out. So I'm going to solder it down. So let's. I first have to remove then the Sharpie. Remove the. Oh, there's not Sharpie. There's a knife. Remove the plastic. Yep. And then I want to solder this instead. I apply a bit of solder on the tip to get a good heat transfer to the thing I want to solder, but I don't. I then apply solder on the thing I want to solder rather than the tip so I know it's hot enough to make a good warm solder. Yeah, there we are. Okay. That's it for that antenna build, and I think it's really a neat build. It was quality parts and everything. Let's see, maybe there are some holes here. I may thread the antenna through two of those holes to just don't let this be the stress point. Should we maybe do something like this? Yeah, I'm gonna use some. I'm gonna actually tie it down with some more zip ties here, so it doesn't get the stress on the connection. I think that's wise. But yeah, let's do it. Then we have I'm guessing we have some extra wires. I hope this doesn't ruin that, or else I have to remove again. But for now, I think this is a good solution to remove some of the stress on the connection, and maybe it will hold up great. I'm a bit concerned also about the edges on the winder here. Maybe will this cut into the wire, the sharp edge? Hopefully not. I guess if you pull hard on it, but for just winding and putting it in a bag, it should be okay, I guess. But let's cut the excess here, and yeah, like that. And I'm not gonna add a counterpoise for now. I am gonna use my coax cable as counterpoise. Yes, and it's just a tedious process of winding it back up again. I have to cut away this plastic all the way, and then testing the antenna would be for some other day. But yeah, there you have it. The build, radiostuff.com antenna build. I think it was really cheap. I don't remember the price, but I think it's a really fair price, and I would really recommend you get this end-fed half-wave antenna pack. It's it's everything you need, and it's great for mobile use. I think I will have to do the tuning the length of the wire later, but it seems to be a good piece of gear, this. Thank you for watching, and 73.